Hello everyone, today our topic is how to automatically add multi-product WooCommerce order details in Airtable. So here our objective is that whenever I get a new order in WooCommerce with multiple products, then I want to capture the details of all the products and order, and I want to add these details automatically in Airtable database. So for that, I need to create an integration between WooCommerce and Airtable. For creating this integration, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing software for automation and integration. In Pabbly Connect, I'm going to use trigger and action. In trigger application, I'm going to use WooCommerce. In action application, I'm going to use Airtable. So how I am going to create this integration? For that, let me take you to my computer screen. I hope all you can see my computer screen. And today we are going to see that how we can build an integration between WooCommerce and Airtable. So whenever I get a new WooCommerce order with multiple products, then I want to add the details of all the product and orders as a line item in Airtable. So here my objective is that whenever a customer purchases multiple products from my WooCommerce store, then I will capture the details of those order and products, and I will add these details automatically in my Airtable as a line item. So for this, I need to create an integration between WooCommerce and Airtable. And for that, I will open a new tab and search for pabbly.com. And this will take us to this landing page of Pabbly. Here we have two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you don't have any account with Pabbly, you can just sign up for free, and it will take only 2 minutes of your time, and you will get 100 of tasks free every month. Or if you already have an account, you can just sign in and you will get to see this page. So these are all the apps that Pabbly offers, and we are going to use Pabbly Connect here. For that, I'm going to click here on Access Now button under Pabbly Connect. And this will take us to this dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here, this is the workflow section, and we can see all the workflows that we will create here. And this is the folder section. We can create new folder here, and we can save any workflow in any particular folder that we want. Now here, we want to create a new workflow. For that, we will click here on Create Workflow button, and this window will pop up. Here, I have to name my workflow. So I'm going to name it as my objective, which is to automatically add multi-product WooCommerce order details in Airtable. Now I'm going to select the folder where I want to save my workflow. So I'm going to open this tab, and here I'm going to select Home, and I will click on Create. So this will take us to this most important window of our workflow. Here we have two boxes, Trigger and Action. So these are the two main principles on which our workflow works on. And Trigger says when this happens, Action says do this. So trigger is going to be the first step that will get executed in our workflow, and action will just follow that. So we need to set up our trigger first. And here my trigger application will be WooCommerce. So I'm going to select WooCommerce here. And now I have to give a trigger event. So I'm going to open this tab, and new order created will be my trigger event. So I'm going to select this. And now I will connect WooCommerce with Pabbly Connect. And to connect these two accounts, I'm going to use this webhook URL. So this is going to work as a bridge between WooCommerce and Pabbly Connect. And to connect these two accounts, I need to follow all this instruction. So first, I'm going to copy this webhook URL. And now I will go to WooCommerce. In WooCommerce, I'm going to go to Settings. And here in Settings, I will go to Advanced. And in Advanced, I will go to Webhooks. And here I will add a new webhook. Click here on Add Webhook. Now I have to fill this webhook data. So first, I'm going to give the name to my webhook. So my name will be test, and my status will be of active. And for the topic, I will open this tab, and in this, I'm going to select this order created, and I have to give a delivery URL. And in this, I'm going to paste that webhook URL that I have copied from Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to paste it here. And now I will click on Save Webhook. So my webhook is updated successfully. Now we'll go back to Pabbly Connect. And here we can see we have this response. So this has given us a webhook ID. So this means that I have added my webhook successfully. Now here we are getting the details of order of multiple products. We need to disable this option of simple response. So I'm going to turn this off. And now I will click on Recapture Webhook Response. I will click on Yes. And here it is waiting for webhook response. Now to get this webhook response, what I need to do is I need to create a multi-product order. So for that, I will go to WooCommerce store. So this is my WooCommerce store, and in this I have all these products. So I'm going to add multiple products in my checkout page. So I'm going to select all these products, and this is my cart. So I have these 3 products. So I'm going to increase the quantity of these products. I'm going to make it 3, and my iron press will be 1. So these are all the products that I'm going to buy. And now I will update my cart. I will scroll down and I will click on proceed to checkout. So in checkout, I have filled all these details of a customer, and these are the dummy details. So my first name is Test, last name is Customer, and my company name is Pabbly. My country region is India, and this is my address. And this is my email address, which is testcustomer@pabblytunes.com. And my order is of 5,410 rupees. And these are the amount of my products. So now I'm going to do cash on delivery and I'm going to place this order. So here I have this message which says, thank you, your order has been received. So I have completed this order. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Pabbly Connect. And here we can see we have received this response. So this is the response of my new order that I have created. So my order is of amount 5,410 rupees. And the first name of my customer is Test, last name is Customer, and the company name is Pabbly, and this is the address. This is the country code, which is IN, and the method is of cash on delivery. And in the line items, I have this product details. So these are all the product details, but I'm getting all these product details in an array format. And what I need is I need to change the format of these particular line items, and I want all my product details as a line item. Now what I need to do is I need to convert this array and I need my products in line items. So for that, I need to change the format of this particular data. So for that, I'm going to use a tool that Pabbly Connect offers, which is Data Transformer by Pabbly. So for that, I will add my actions tab. So I'm going to open this tab, and here I'm going to use Data Transformer. So I'm going to select this, and I have to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab, and line itemizer will be my action event. So what this is going to do is this is going to convert line items into comma separated text values. So I'm going to select this and I will connect this tool. Now here I have to give my line item array. So for that, I'm going to use mapping. And what mapping is a technique through which I can retrieve the data from the previous tabs, and the data that is changing will get replaced with the new data in the real time. So for mapping, I'm going to click here. I'm going to open the response of WooCommerce. In this, I'm going to select the data of my products. So this is the data that I want. So I'm going to map this. And now I'm going to click on Save and Send Test Request button. And here we can see in the response, I got all these details in a comma separated values. So these are the ID of the products. These are the product names. These are the product IDs. These are the quantities. And these are the subtotals of my product. And here we can see that I got all the details of the order that I have generated from WooCommerce. So I'm going to use these details, and here we can see that all these details are separated by comma, but I want to add these details as a new line in my Airtable database. For that, I need to add another actions tab. So I'm going to add this actions tab, and here my action application will be text formatter. So this is another tool that Pabbly offers, and we are using this tool to replace the value of comma with a new line. So for this, I have to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab, and replace text will be my action event. And I'm going to connect the text formatter by Pabbly. So first I have to give the text. So I'm going to map that text. First, I'm going to click here. I will open the response of Data Transformer by Pabbly. And I'm going to first use the name of my product. So I'm going to select this. Now I have to give the value that I need to find and replace. So I'm going to give the value as a comma. So I'm going to find this comma in this particular text, and I'm going to replace it with a new line. So for new line, I have to give a code which is /and. So this is a code for new line. Now I'm going to click on Save and Send Test Request button. And here we can see I got this result. And here I have replaced the comma with a new line in my particular text. Similarly like this, I'm going to do this with the quantity of product, unit price of the product, and total amount of the product. So I will add another actions tab. I will use text formatter again. I will use the same actions event, which is replace text. I will connect this. Now I will select my text. So I'm going to open this Data Transformer by Pabbly response. And now as a text, I'm going to use the quantity. So I'm going to select this. In the find value, I will give the comma. And for the replace, I will give the code for new line. And I will click on Save and Send Test Request button. So here we have these quantity in new lines. Now we'll add another actions tab, and I'm going to do this for the unit price. So my action application is text formatter by Pabbly. I will give the action event, which is replace text. I'm going to connect this. I will give the text. So I'm going to open this Data Transformer by Pabbly response. And I'm going to find unit price. So these are the unit price of my products. I will give the find value, which is comma, and the replace value will be /n, and I'm going to click on save and send text request button. And last, I will do this for the total price. So I'm going to select text formatter here. I will give an action event, replace text. I will connect this. Finally, I will give my text. So this is my total amount. I will give my find value, which is comma, and replace value as /n. And I will click on save and send text request button. Now I got all the values that are required, and you can follow this particular step for all the details of the product that you want. I only want these 4 details, so I have formatted all these 4 details. Now I got all these details. Now what I want is I want to add these details in my Airtable database. For that, I will add my last action step. I will click here on add action step, and here my action application will be Airtable. So I'm going to select this, and I will give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab, and create record will be my action event. And I will connect Airtable with Pabbly Connect. So I'll click here on connect. I will click on add new connection. And to connect Airtable, I have to give a token. So where I'm going to get this token? I'm going to get this token in my Airtable account. In my Airtable account, I have to navigate to Developer Hub. So you can get to Developer Hub from this hyperlink. So I'm going to click here. So I have already logged in to my Airtable account. So I'm here on my Developer Hub. Here I have to create a new token. So I'll click here on create new token. And I have to name my token. So again, I'm going to name it as test. And I have to give scopes. So I'll click here on add scopes. And I'm going to add all these scopes here. First I will add this. I will click here again. So I have added all the required scopes that I want. Now I have to give an access. So here I have to add a base. So I'll click here on add a base. And in this I'm going to use WooCommerce order details base. So I'm going to select this WooCommerce order details base. And I will click on create token. And here I got this token. So I'm going to copy this particular token. I will go back to Pabbly Connect. And I'm going to paste it here. And I will click on save. And my connection here is successful. So I have to give a base ID. So for the base ID, I am going to use this WooCommerce order details. So it is already selected. And for the connection, I have only used this particular base. So that's why this is showing this base to me. And for the table ID, I'm using this table 1. Now I have to fill all these details. And why I'm filling all these details? And for this, let me take you to my Airtable. Here we are using this base of WooCommerce order details. So I will show you this. And in this, we are using this table 1, and we have these columns of customer name, product name, quantity, per unit amount, total amount. And with all the columns, we have this field type as long text. So you need to make sure that your field type is long text. Only then you will add all your products details in a new line. Now let's go back to Pabbly Connect, and I'm going to fill all these details here. First, I have to give my customer name. So I'm going to use mapping here. And for mapping, I'll click here. And I will find this customer name in this WooCommerce order details. So I'm going to open this. And here I will search for my customer name. So this is the first name. I will map this. I will give a space and the last name. So this will be my customer name. Now I have to give the product name. So I'm going to map my product name. So I'll click here. And I will find all these product names in this text formatted by Pabbly response. So I'm going to open this. And I have this result. So I'm going to map this. So these are all my product names. Similarly, I will map my quantity. So I'm going to open this text formatted by Pabbly response. And these are my quantity. Now the per unit amount, I'm going to map this. Now the total amount. And in last text formatted by Pabbly response, I will find the total amount. So I'm going to map this. So these are all the details that I want to add in my Airtable account. And I have mapped all these details. So I'm going to click on save and send text request button. And here we have this response. So this is a positive response, and with this I have added all the details of my multi-product order that I got from WooCommerce store, and I have added these details automatically in my Airtable. Now to check this, I will go to Airtable, and here we can see that I have added this new row in my table, and I have added details of multi-product order that I got from WooCommerce in my Airtable. So these are the details of my products. So these are my product names, and this is the quantity of the products respectively. And this is the per unit amount, and this is the total amount. So I have mapped all these details in my Pabbly Connect, and I got all these details from the WooCommerce store where I have created this particular order, and I have added these details automatically in my Airtable database. So here my integration between WooCommerce and Airtable is working successfully. Now let's go back to Pabbly Connect, and here I have created this integration successfully between WooCommerce and Airtable in such a way that then whenever I'm getting a WooCommerce order with multi-products, then I'm adding those details of orders automatically in my Airtable database. So let's summarize what we did here. First, I have set up my trigger, and my trigger application was WooCommerce, and my trigger event was new order created. Then I have used data transformer by Pabbly as an action step, and with this I have formatted the value of array list that I got for my product details into comma separated values. Then I have used text formatter by Pabbly to replace the value of comma between the text of my product details into a new line. And then in the last, I have used Airtable as my last action step, and my action event here was create record. So this is how I have successfully created this workflow, and you can also create this workflow by following all the steps that I did in my workflow. And I'm also going to put the link of my workflow in the description so you can check it out from there. And thank you for watching this video. Not just these applications, you can automate and integrate a lot more applications like this using Pabbly Connect. If you need any help or if you have any doubt, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can post them at forum.pabbly.com, or if you have any issue with the pricing of Pabbly, you can connect on this link. And if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.